Hello, everybody. The Army of Light Earth Division, the boots on the ground. It's Shawna L. Francis, and today is December 12th, 2023, the 1212 portal. It's the weekly briefing. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. I love you so much. I appreciate your support, all your comments, all your emails, all your orders on the ARMYOFLIGHT.STORE, all your donations, every way that you guys show up for this path, for this journey, for what I have going on, for everything that the world has going on with this ascension. And also, guys, just your undying commitment to holding the light as we all walk this incredible path together around the negative reptilian disclosure. You know, I'm just sitting here reflecting on my week and trying to figure out how do I want to talk about what's been going on the last 7 days since I made the last video. And I'm just all over the place here. Did a really nice gospel choir backed by the Oregon Symphony on Saturday night with folks who I love, and did that whole Christmas thing. Also just coming to grips with some of my own shadow work, kind of this new relationships bringing up for me. I've learned of some horrible kind of sexual abuse in my extended family that has had me really bothered this week. I've also been quite taken aback by my reaction to the channeling of Aleister Crowley by our Army of Light friend, soul sister Star from the Light Renegades. So I've talked about her quite a bit. Again, she's part of our team. We're all working together with this type of disclosure. She's doing an incredible job. Aleister Crowley, some of the things that he's talking about negative reptilian wise have really gotten me upset. I've been doing a lot of work in meditation with Melchizedek, just creative visualization around negating the manipulated energies being brought about by the negative reptilians, trying to negate that or make it so it's less powerful or to eliminate it altogether. So just getting really creative and almost really fierce in my meditations. And then finally, guys, we've got a lot of information coming through from Melchizedek about 2024 and where we sit today and what is to be expected. So I'm going to talk about all these things. And so I apologize in advance. I'm a little frazzled, actually. I think these energies today are quite intense. And I've been tired. I've been wired today. I'm just like my energy level's been kind of all over the place. But here we are today together in this moment, doing this work together. And again, I so appreciate you more than I can ever express. So I think I'm going to go ahead and start with the 2024 outlook from Melchizedek. And then there was a couple of questions about the GFL and Antarctica that came in through the YouTube channel. So I will answer those too. Well, Melchizedek answered those. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about sexual abuse, incest specifically, and kind of the negative reptilian origins of this. And I'm telling you, team, I'm feeling way out of my element with this information. And I'm trying to be just fearless with it and to really be trusting the team in bringing this information forward. But it really does coincide with the messages that came forward for 2024. So I've got 3 different channelings that I'm going to talk through today, and they all really tie together. So, all right. And I am, using the beautiful emerald heart today just for some extra support and protection and healing. Also, I found this week that amethyst has been quite powerful for me. So if you're feeling drawn to these colors, these stones, they're definitely working for me right now. All right, team. Without further ado, I will get into what Melchizedek had to say about 2024. And this was from yesterday's channeling. Shawna, This is a great opportunity to check in with your constituents, with our team of light, our collective team, all of us, dear one. We have made significant strides in strengthening the energetic bond between all of us. This is important for you to know. You work tirelessly as a singularity in maintaining a field that resonates and vibrates in the higher octaves. And at the same time, your efforts are fully supported by off-planet forces, energies, and entities of the light who support these higher dimensional fields. You walk as one, but you walk as a collective at the very same time. And you are all in unity with the all that is, whether you're conscious of this or not. We've spoken at length about the fields, you as a singularity, you as a shared collective, you in unity with Source. All of these are true, and all of these are happening simultaneously. Shawna, as this immediate collective, us here, the boots on the ground, as well as the species as a whole, moves into the next calendar year, here's what we have to say. You know who and what you are in truth. You know how you serve in truth. Allow this knowing to become your everyday waking consciousness. Allow yourselves, dear friends, to be the beacons that you wish to be. Be the beacons you wish to find. Be the beacons who can hold this light while at the same time witnessing the dark. Dear team, it's our intention to be extremely honest with you, to prepare you for the times you have now come upon. Let our words ring through your ears, but also vibrate deep in your heart space. You have the power to transform energy. You have the power to emancipate dark energy. As you sit right now in this moment, you possess the power to create this world anew in the image of light, with the freedom of love and the power of Source. Eyes wide open, team. You are ready to see and to know. Hearts wide open, with the ability to witness such crushing truths, such horrific happenings. Not to carry these burdens and the crushing weight of them, but instead to heal, nurture, love, and lift consciousness that has been so wounded. For so many hearts have been trampled, innocence torn away and stolen. Our brothers and sisters on the earth plane, all of you who join us in this moment, your mind may say, I'm not ready to see. I'm not ready to open my heart to such atrocities. But we say to you now, with complete certainty, that you are. This is the time, dear friends. This is the place, and you are the ones. Your 2024 will be known as the time when humanity becomes much more aware of that which has been swirling and hiding and festering in the dark. As the field is raised through collective consciousness and your individual efforts, and through the efforts of us who support the raising of consciousness on this plane of existence, it will lift the murky shadows which have kept the most egregious affronts to humanity hidden for all this time. Beautiful ones, be ready to see and be ready to hold dear the truth of a world held captive. As more and more of the atrocities and the densest, darkest of these experiences come to light, you'll be ready to receive, to bear witness to, the wounded consciousness that is the result of a tyranny of a species that does not hold the light like humanity does. First must come awareness. And we understand, friends, this is not easy. Your next calendar year will see much coming to the light, coming into conscious awareness, ready to be seen, to be held, to be nurtured, to be loved, and to be healed. The great reckoning, dear ones. When humanity begins to wake up to how they've been in alignment and in accord with an off-planet regime who exploits innocence, takes what it wants regardless of free will, and maintains its stronghold through manipulation and fear. It is done. Let it be so. And they said, this is all Shawna. Okay, team. The great reckoning here on behalf of humanity is the idea that somehow consciously we are, at some level of consciousness, we are in alignment and in accord with the negative reptilian regime's influence and manipulation on us. This is why it's so important that we wake up to our freedom and to our sovereignty and our ability to choose. And when they say, you know who and what you are in truth and how you serve in truth, please, if you have any questions about what this is, I highly recommend you pick up Melchizedek's first book through Paul Selig called I Am the Word. I think there's 11 books now. Start with the first one, and then from there, check in with your guides, your higher self, on maybe what's the next book you want to read. The very last one, the Book of Innocence, has been incredible, absolutely incredible. But we know who and what we are in truth, and we are free. We know how we serve. We are serving through resonance, through field, collectively. We are bringers of the light. We are way showers. We know who and what we are in truth because we are seeing beyond the illusion. We know who we really are and what we're doing here. We're all in lesson. We're balancing karma. We're having these experiences. That being said, there is a massive, massive transformation happening. This is the ascension. Why are we going through this ascension? A big part of it is this tyranny that 99.9% of the planet is not aware of or is not going to believe. It's going to be a very slim number of us here on the planet, at least in the beginning, who are going to get this at a deep level. We've been seated here. We've raised our hands to do this. We've also been chosen. This is not for the faint of heart. Not by a long shot, guys. You should be incredibly proud of yourselves for getting to this point in this journey with me, with us, with this information, with these guides, the Galactic Federation of Light. Wow. There's no way I would have ever imagined this for myself. Never in a million years. But here we are, team, and we're doing this. We are doing this, or we're rocking this. I'm feeling good about where we're at. They are too. All right, team. I'm gonna go into what Melchizedek had to say about this rampant sexual abuse that's happening, incestual type abuse, father-daughter, grandparents, grandchildren, aunts, uncles. You know, it's all sexes. It's rampant. It's everywhere. It's all types of things, and it's absolutely horrible. Again, you know, this isn't going to necessarily surprise most of us who've been on this path working with this type of disclosure, but it's still really sad for me. And, you know, I basically just asked Melchizedek, are the negative reptilians behind this rampant kind of sexual abuse that's happening? And I've talked with so many people through my one-on-one sessions who have suffered this kind of abuse, and it still does seem to be in the shadows. I have a feeling that it's this kind of information that's going to be coming forward that's really going to have its, you know, we're going to be seeing a lot more light around this, and it's going to be so good, you guys. This is really a time for celebration, and Melchizedek talks about this. All right, so let me get into what Melchizedek had to say, and this was from December 10th, 2023. And I'm pretty sad when I'm talking with these guys, and I'm crying a little bit, trying to come to grips with what's been going on and so close to me. And here's what they had to say. Shawna, these things are complicated, and we understand that. We say this a lot, and it's an inadequate answer for such important topics. These matters of the heart, dear ones, so hard. The acts are unconscionable, Shawna. We see it, we know it, and we understand it this way as well. And it's not fair to exploit a species the way the negative reptilians have up to this point. But Shawna, times are changing. Excuse me. Things will get better. Consciousness is raising. People are opening their eyes. They are no longer willing to look away. You're ready to see, Shawna. You, collectively as a species, are ready to see and ready to know what's going on in the shadows, and it will not be tolerated. It's a collective reckoning. It's a stepping up and a stepping out. Illumination. And Shawna, it will be a bright illumination. Each person who shares their experience helps bring a little bit more light to this issue, and there will be so many more who will do the same, and the illumination will be blinding. Dear one, it will be so hard because it is so deep and so far-reaching and so prevalent. It will make one choke, insidious. But then, dear one, there will be no going back. You will not be able to go back to your old ways. The energy will not support it. What becomes exposed and illuminated will not go back into the shadows. That's the consciousness, and it is forever changed by the awareness. This is what's happening on a collective level, dear ones. It's a reckoning, but it's also a transformation. It will take time in your linear understanding, but alas, the time is now. It is happening now. There's no more waiting. I said, thank you, Melchizedek. That's beautiful context that I appreciate so much. I said, can you please tell me, are these acts, this kind of abuse, negative reptilian in origin or influence in some way? Yes, Shawna, they are, they said. This is not natural for humanity to treat their offspring in this way. The reptilians have figured out a way to exploit the love that is felt, that bond that is felt between a parent and a child. And it distorts that bond and that love and twists it and influences through sexual energy manipulation. It clouds the judgment of the parent or the family member, and they siphon off that energy that's created, Shawna. I'm going to take a quick pause here. This is definitely in alignment with what Star is channeling through Aleister Crowley. He's talking about similar types of things here. And Melchizedek continues. They ingest that energy and it benefits them. It's extremely hard for the human psyche to reject this influence. Energetic portals are opened, the mind turns off. It's somewhat like an autopilot is engaged and the acts happen, and the perpetrator is none the wiser to the true driving force behind their actions. Oftentimes there is great remorse by the perpetrator, and a lack of a deep understanding of why one would do such a thing. Many of the perpetrators are kept at a very low vibration, so the self-loathing and the guilt become major shadows in one's field, and this has great impact on one's ability to see the truth of who and what they are and to rise above it. And that's kind of where they stopped with that. And I said, is there anything else you want to share around this? And they said, Shawna, we wish you to not despair. Please remember who and what you are in truth. Remember that this is an illusion, that so many of you have been brought together at this time to help illuminate the world to the negative reptilian regime's influence. It's not an easy task, dear one. You're doing it, though. You're following through with your mission with flying colors. Please continue to do that. Please resist the urge to allow the heavy burdens of this knowledge to weigh you down and to hold you down. Keep your head up. Keep the smile on your face. Know that this is a time for celebration with the understanding that the negative reptilian regime's scheming, plotting, planning, control, influence, and manipulation is coming to an end. This is a difficult path, Shawna, but you have everything you need to walk this path and to fulfill your mission and to change this plane of existence forever. We commend you, dear one, and we love you. We so love you. Okay. And I just, again, I'm trying not to be fearful of this information, but it's so far outside of kind of my wheelhouse, what I know. And I apologize to anybody out there who hears these words and has a negative reaction to them. I am really just trusting Melchizedek here and the team and the information coming forth. I think it juxtaposes perfectly with what they said about 2024 being the time when the murkiness clears and we get to see the grossest, most horrible stuff coming to the surface. And this is really, it's wonderful news that we're finally ready for this. This kind of thing is going to come to an end. And it can only do this through conscious awareness. Awareness is the first step. And that's really what we're on the brink of here. We're starting, right? 2023, all kinds of disclosure. Same with 2022. And even Queen Elizabeth talked about how there would be a lot of evidence coming forward of these things. So that's more on the ritualistic side. This seems to be more about the personal kind of families, the incest, the sexual abuse that happens behind closed doors, the exploitation of children by family members, close friends, that type of thing. So if you have been impacted by this, I'm so terribly sorry. But we're making some progress here as a collective to expose this, to transmute it, to heal it, and to move on. Okay, we're a big part of this team. Heavy, heavy stuff. All right, I'm going to just wrap this up now with answering a couple of questions that came through YouTube about 2024. All right, give me just a second here to get the right document. Okay, this is from this morning. The last couple of days were so heavy, I waited to ask these questions today after I'd had some sleep. Here's what's going on with the Galactic Federation of Light War. Shawna, it continues to be fairly quiet out there at the moment. No active battles happening between these two rivals. Each side is taking this opportunity to rest and to strategize the next moves. We do expect that battles will continue, but in what capacity is not yet known. And I had just said, well, okay, I said, obviously this was really devastating to the Galactic Federation of Light, what they suffered. Will we all be able to be working with the GFL again in some capacity? And Melchizedek said here, we optimistically say yes, Shawna, at some point. There will be an opportunity for you to continue working with the Galactic Federation of Light in a similar capacity as what you have been doing. We are not able to comment further on that at this time. All right, and I switched gears and I asked about Antarctica. We had spent several weeks working on Antarctica, lifting that field, supporting the boots on the ground down there who are actively working to dismantle the various programs that are being run down there. Here's what Melchizedek had to say about Antarctica. Shawna, the Galactic Federation of Light continues to keep very close tabs on what's happening at the South Pole. It is dense, Shawna, and it is horrible what continues to happen there. The same programs that were explained to you previously are still in place. The boots on the ground, as you like to refer to them, the light workers who continue to strategize on freeing all who are under this tyranny, continue to do their work as well. And I said, well, what about, we had done some work collectively in meditation, setting of intentions. Did any of that help? As a team, we had done that here this last, March and April, May. And they said here, Shawna, the work was absolutely beneficial to the field. Progress has been made, but alas, the programs persevere. This is a regime that is not giving up. They continue to put a great amount of effort into maintaining programs that are currently in play. When we feel it would be a good use of your collective intentions to focus once again on Antarctica, we will let you know. Always, your love frequencies are welcome. The whole of the field is being lifted, and this will continue to put pressure on the negative reptilian order in charge of such programs. Though progress may feel quite minimal or non-existent at times, know, each and every one of you, that significant progress and raising of consciousness is creating a supportive field and an opening of love and light, and it is significantly impacting this plane of existence. Your efforts are powerful. Please don't ever doubt this. All right. And I had just kind of wrapped it up by asking about today in the 1212 portal. They don't really talk too much about portals, although we have done, on the equinoxes and solstices, I think that seems to be kind of more where they like to focus. But here's what they had to say about 1212 today as the portal. Shawna, all work done with the highest of intentions are adding to the resonance with the light here. Every person, whether acting alone or in a group, has the capacity to recreate this world in the image of love. Please don't give up. Please stay focused as you are able and continue to make your personal energetic fields, your vibrations, a priority. Follow your highest excitement. Choose the path of love, compassion, non-judgment, and acceptance. Strive to embody every day that which you seek in others and forgive yourselves, for you are all in lesson. All right. That's where they ended that. Okay, team. So much there, so much to unpack, and I went through it pretty quickly. All in all, things are good. We are making forward progress here. I would love for each of you to just get super creative with your meditations, with your intentions. I'm pulling out all the stops to try to negate this negative exploitation through energetic manipulation. I'm really working on that recently. And I'm just taking it to heart that our thoughts are powerful, that our intentions are making a difference. As if we work as a singularity or if we're working as a collective, know that we are powerful and our thoughts really are making a difference. So I encourage all of you to spend 15 minutes a day in silent, quiet time, just by yourself, eyes closed, opening up your heart, expanding that out, hold your crystals if you want to do that. Pray to your team for help, pray to Melchizedek for help, but just blasting out love. Imagining all of the dark and disgusting things that are going on coming to an end and being replaced with love and light, compassion, all these things that we want to be. Okay, team, I'm going to leave it at this. How are you doing? Let me know in the comments. Thanks, everybody, for being here. You're the best. I love you so much. Mwah.